we are sending we have a push button on the port A pin 0. So for that we have set the direction of DDRA in all inputs, and then in the UBRR0 lower register we have the value, it loaded the value 8. Then this UBRR0 value is loaded 8. Okay, so now we have set the DDRE to the pin E11, which is at where the to the output direction, because at the pin, let me show you, pin E0 we have RX, so basically we are sending from the first Arduino, so we have set to it to the output direction, because we don't need to use it for the for pin E0, and we have set it to receiving, and then the pin E1, which is basically the transmission. So for that we need it to be the output pin. We've set its direction 1, and then at the port A where we have set the port A pin 0 to 1, and then in the UCSR0C register we are setting the USBS stop bit to 1, and we introduce one stop bit, and UCS00 which is at 3 given the value of 3, which means that we will be having a 8-bit communication. Let me check this. So here we can see S stop bits is 1, so we have 2 stop bits, so we have 2 stop bits in this code, and our value is 3. So here we can see 8-bit is a character size depending on the UCSZ value, Z0 value. So let me open it. Okay, so we can see UCS00 is at 3, so it is an 8-bit communication, and USBS0 is at 1, so it means that 2 stop bits. Then UCSR0B, and we are setting the RX enable 0, which means receiving is enabled, and TXEN0, which means transmission is also enabled, and the while loop in which the condition is that when the port pin A is 0, which means having the push button is at the switch off, switch closed on state, which means that no signal being received by port A, so it will continue to be in this while loop where we are monitoring the UDR E0 flag. So and whenever the pin will be the push button will not be pressed, it will be the UDR0, which will be the value in the, here we can see in the UBR0 register we have given 8, that value will be in the UDR0 we have the value 0x01, so that will be sent to the other microcontroller, and if pin A is equals to 1, so it will continue to be in the while loop until this transmission is completed, and then we will send this value 0, the UDR0 equals to 0 to